Let me ask you something real quick. How often does movie leaks, anime reveals, and PlayStation rumors all hit in the same week? Because this week, everything leaked. From Spider-Man, Avengers, PlayStation, Dragon Ball, and if even half of it is real, 2026 is about to be chaos. Let's talk about it. Welcome back to KB Talks, the show where gaming, movies, and anime all collide. I'm KB, and yeah, today is loaded. We got PlayStation leaks, next gen rumors, Dragon Ball update, anime reveals, and Marvel chaos to close things out. So let's stop wasting time and jump right in. All right, first up, gaming, and we got to start with PlayStation because PlayStation Plus for December is actually stacked. Leading the lineup, we got Lego Horizon Adventures, Killing Floor 3, The Outlast Trials, Sin Duality, Echo of Ada, Neon White, and yes, Red Dead Redemption is also included. These are available from December 2nd through January 5th, so you got time to check things out instead of just adding them to the backlog. And if you're on the extra tier, you get to play Assassin's Creed Mirage, Wulong Fallen Dynasty, Skate Story, Grand Blue Fantasy, Relink, Planet Coaster 2, and Cat Quest 3. And yeah, even some family friendly stuff like Paw Patrol Grand Prix and Paw Patrol World. This is one of the rare months where PlayStation Plus actually feels worth the subscription. And for the premium subscribers, the classic drop of the month is Soul Calibur 3, a reminder of when weapon-based fighters ruled the earth and button mashing was a lifestyle. Bring back Soul Calibur. Now on to gaming news. Dragon Ball Z Kakarot officially confirmed DAIMA DLC Part 2. They dropped a trailer and some gameplay with the release window targeting early 2026. If you've been riding the DAIMA wave, this is one to keep locked on your radar because Sparking Zero isn't getting the job done. But since we're in Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, I'll give my opinion of the game. When it first came out, I was trashing it. I was like, this isn't gonna be a good game. But when I gave it a chance, I really enjoyed it. But I had a couple issues. Like, my main problem is that the fighting is all one button to attack, one button to teleport, and then I believe it's hold the trigger to do a special. When I said they could have took a more Final Fantasy X approach where the control setup is one way when you're in the open world. Then when you get in a battle, the control schemes change up. Like, they could have made it punch with square, kick with triangle, key blast with circle, X is block. So you could mix and match combos instead of like even with Xenoverse, they got a better combo system than Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. But overall, I enjoyed the game. Those are some of my critiques Like my main critique is just everything is one button, pretty much. But other than that, the the cutscenes are fire. You you could tell they put actual effort into this, unlike Sparking Zero, which is damn near a slideshow. But moving on, now this leak is wild, so take it with the appropriate grain of salt. A leaker is claiming Project Canis is real, a dockable PS6 handheld currently in development. The idea is that it runs PS4, PS5, and PS6 games natively, targets 60 frames per second at lower resolution, and docks like a hybrid console like the Switch. I believe it's supposed to be coming out alongside the PlayStation 6. But Sony is reportedly already giving developers access to a PS5 low power mode SDK, so optimization could be happening right now. If even parts of this is real, Sony isn't just reacting to the Switch 2, they're planning the next generation early, and they're trying to take the lead. The target window is supposedly 2027, allegedly priced more competitively than people expect. So I'm guessing whatever the Switch 2 is priced at, it will be around there. And finally, we got some legal drama that quietly wrapped up. And even more Sony news, Sony and Tencent have officially settled the Horizon clone lawsuit. For context, Sony sued Tencent back in July 2025 over Light of Modern, a game that looked exactly like Horizon Zero Dawn. If you just took a 10-second video of the trailer that they put out, most people would believe it's Horizon Zero Dawn. The game has now been pulled from Steam and Epic. The settlement is confidential, so we, the public, won't know what it is that's happening. And Tencent says they're looking forward to future collaborations with Sony. Translation: lawyers talk, money move, and everybody agreed to stop talking. So, with Tencent talking about a future collaboration with Sony, they'll probably be helping out with the next mainline Horizon game. Alright, enough consoles, lawsuits, and leaks. Anime fans, it's your turn. For our first story, Toei Animation confirmed Dragon Ball Genkidamatsuri is going global. The entire event on January 25th, 2026, happening in Japan, will be streamed live worldwide on YouTube. Game demos, exclusive merch, original Toriyama artwork, card tournaments, and potential major game reveals, and maybe even a new series reveal. They will be performing Chala Headchala live with appearances from Masaka Nozawa. If you don't know who that is, that's the Japanese voice actor for Goku. And producer Akio Ryoku. Dragon Ball everywhere. Dragon Ball fans everywhere get a front row seat to the show. But Bleach fans, mark your calendar, because the first teaser for Bleach Thousand Year Blood War Part 4, The Calamity, drops December 21st at Jump Festa 2026. This is the final stretch and expectations are sky high. I'm ready for them to end on a high note, and then hopefully they move into continuing the manga. We all want Bleach to continue as much as every other manga. And somehow, and moving on, somehow Evangelion is back. A new Neon Genesis Evangelion short animation is officially set for February 2026. No plot details yet, but expect confusion, philosophy, and at least one emotional wound you didn't ask for. And last but not least, let's talk about One Punch Man Season 3, because this One Punch Man Season 3 is so disrespectful. Like, if this is the quality I was planning on putting out, why put it out at all? You know people was waiting for this, but you just putting out bad quality work. Even if there's a season 4 announced, nobody's gonna watch it unless you switch to another studio. If I was them, whoever was My Hero Academia just finished, whoever was doing that, give them One Punch Man Season 4, because matter of fact, fuck it. At this point, tell them, hey, we're gonna restart One Punch Man, and you guys are gonna do it from the beginning, and give them proper production time to actually make it good quality animation and pacing. Because the way they did One Punch Man Season 3 is, it's like the work is abysmal. Y'all just, at this point, some of it is just slideshow instead of real animation. Like, I see why people are up in arms about the quality of the show. And the internet is not kind. They let it be known that the quality is horrible. Why would you even think of putting this type of... Let me calm down. But because I read both One Punch Man mangas, the original author manga that's not drawn as nice as the official manga, but so I'm used to how it looks, but y'all need to pack it up for real. Give One Punch Man to somebody else and let them restart. But before we move on to movies and television, I got 2 recommendations for you guys. I got 1 manga and 1 comic book. The comic book recommendation you probably heard already, because I probably gave it already, but I gotta give it again because we're hearing nothing about it, even though it's still going. But we're going to start off with the manga of the episode, and that goes to Solo Max Level Newbie, A gamer who finished the hardest game ever suddenly finds the world turning into it, and he already knows every mechanic, exploit, and trap. Power fantasy done right with strategy instead of dumb luck. But it's really enjoyable. Got mad chapters, so you could easily get lost in it. But I, I seriously want all you guys to check it out. And the comic of the episode goes to Absolute Superman. Jason Aaron and Rafa Sandoval strip Superman down to nothing. No fortress, no family, no safety net. What's left is the absolute man of steel, and it's one of the boldest Superman takes we've seen in years. But out of the big three in the absolute universe, absolute Batman is going crazy. Absolute Wonder Woman is going crazy. Like I actively see people talking about these two comics, but I feel like Absolute Superman is being left to the side. Even the latest issues of, not the latest issues, but there right now there's a coming up, there's a crossover with Absolute Batman and Absolute Wonder Woman, but we don't see Absolute Superman anywhere. I felt like if Superman is the one lacking behind, y'all could have included him into the crossover to help prop up his comic. But that's their choice, not mine. But we'll just have to wait and see. And all right, anime brains activated, emotions processed. Let's talk Hollywood because things are getting messy. So first up, Warner Brothers is reportedly planning to reject Paramount's latest acquisition offer. Instead, WB sees more long-term value in its growing partnership with Netflix. Netflix even dropped key art with the phrase, defining the next century of storytelling together. More choices, more opportunity, more value. That's not subtle. Netflix is playing the long game. And I don't like it. I understand people not liking Paramount because of who runs it, the people behind it. I understand, but Netflix already put out a statement saying, hey, in our assessment, it's not including WB games. So that's letting me know the game division is going to fall to the wayside unless they keep WB as a separate entity. But I don't believe that's going to happen. They're putting out statements like, hey, we're invested in movie theaters, blah, 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 blah. But it's Netflix. They're trying to get rid of movie theaters. They're trying to get people to stay at home and watch whatever on their platform. Just like how they said they're keeping HBO Max, but you can say in all this, but how long is it going to be there? Like, are you just going to have a Warner Brothers section on Netflix now? Like, I prefer Warner Brothers just keep operating by itself, but they want to sell Warner Brothers and be bought out. That's their choice. But to close things out, we got Absolute Chaos. Trailers for Spider-Man Brand New Day. and Avengers Doomsday have reportedly leaked online. If you've seen them, you know. If you haven't, tread it carefully. Spoilers are everywhere, and Marvel fans are already in full detective mode. Now, with the Avengers Doomsday trailer, the new Avatar movie is in theaters, so you'll be able to. So pretty soon we'll be getting like a full HD quality trailer. But if you can't wait to see it, then go see Avatar, and it should play in front of that movie. Spider-Man Brand New Day, that's not coming till, I don't know when they plan on actually releasing that trailer, but the thing, I've heard one or two things from it. I won't say nothing to spoil you guys. The only thing I will say is people said there's a web swinging scene, and it's up to par with the web swinging in Andrew Garfield Spider-Man. And if that's true, that's one of the things I've asked from the previous Spider-Man movies. We don't see a lot of web swinging through New York, but be on the lookout for any day now for the Avengers trailer. But that's the full rundown. Gaming, anime, movies, and television. Leaks everywhere, big moves happening, and all signs point to 2026 being absolutely unhinged. Thanks for hanging out with me. This has been KB Talks, the place where gaming, movies, and anime collide. Catch you guys on the next one.